What's up, everybody? Today is Friday, January 9th. I'm about to share the stats with you for the last 7 days, Conejo Valley, SIMI Valley, and Moorpark. And here we go. Coming soons, we have 7. New listings, 49. Price change, 44. Back on market, 12. Active under contract, 27. Pending, 27. Closed, 34 is the real number. Expired, 10. Canceled, 8. And hold 9, withdrawn 2. So we are seeing what we'd like to compare are the properties that have just come on the market. These are the coming soons and the new listings. And we also include the back on the market because those were properties that were in escrow. And if we total those up, we have 68. Okay. And then we like to compare those to the properties that have come off the market. So we have the active under contracts at 27, the expireds at 10, the canceled at 8, the hold at 9, and the withdrawn at 2. And that number is 56. So we actually, for the first time in about 8 weeks, we have more properties coming on the market than have come off the market by 12 because we have been experiencing a dramatic decrease in inventory over the last 2 months. So we are seeing a few more opportunities for buyers out there. This is pretty good news. Let's take a look and see where that new inventory has come from. And I will organize the screen for everybody. All right, here we go. So we got Agora, 3 new opportunities in Agora. Moorpark looks like 6, 7 of those, 6, 7, not trying to make the joke. Newberry Park with 4, Oak Park with 1, Simi Valley with a handful over here, TO with a handful, and then Westlake Village with 3, 6, 8, 9 new opportunities in Westlake Village. All right, that's all good news. Cool. Let's take a look at interest rates. They have basically remained flat for the last month and a half. They've been hovering between 6.2 and 6.25. So marginal differences. The 30-year fixed today is at 6.21. The 5.74, the 15-year fix is at 5.74. The 30-year jumbo is at 6.35. The 7 and 6 SOFR arm is at 5.73. The 30-year FHA is at 5.84, and the 30-year VA is at 5.85. So now let me share some interesting news that we got yesterday. The president has announced that he is going to buy $200 billion worth of bonds in an attempt to lower mortgage interest rates for the public in hopes that more people will have the opportunity to buy a house. This is big news because if this indeed does lower interest rates to a point where a lot more people are able to buy, folks, we are going to see some crazy stuff happen in the market. I don't know what's going to happen. I know that there's going to be a lot more buyers out there, but how will the sellers react? Are there people that are sitting in houses right now where they're not exactly happy with their home, or they're really hate their home because maybe they bought it 5 years ago in a crazy pandemic market, and there were multiple offers and they got all emotional, and then all of a sudden they bought this house that they overpaid for, and now they realize it really wasn't the right choice. So are we going to see a bunch of those sellers decide, those sellers have a ton of equity? Are we going to see those sellers decide to put their house up for sale and trade their 3% interest rate for a 4.5% interest rate if that's what happens? Remains to be seen, but I'm very curious to see what happens. So if you have plans for real estate in 2026, I would love to hear them, and I would love even more to help you with them. So please give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'm Josh Brenner with Compass right here in Westlake Village, California. Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to get some exercise today, everybody. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.